Just when you thought Grand Seiko had released enough 44GS cases this year to celebrate the 55th anniversary of it, they just doubled down and came out with another one. But this one is a very unique one and is bound to stand out from the rest. We are talking about the SBGJ259, which is a US special edition that has a vivid and almost holographic looking dial that features a dramatic striated pattern that oscillates between different tones of green. This is meant to evoke the vertical lines and organic coloration of a bamboo garden path. This may be one of Grand Seiko's pieces that really does closely resemble a real piece of nature. But will the green dial be too vivid for you, or are you ready for something exciting to be sitting boldly on your wrist? Let's find out. What's up everyone, it's Chris with the Little Treasury channel. Welcome back. This is where we bring you original and in-depth watch content at least once per week. If you haven't already, please make sure to hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell to be alerted as soon as we upload. I'm from Little Treasury Jewelers, which is located in Gambrills, Maryland. And it's where you go when you're in the know. As always, the watches that I review are for sale and can be purchased, so please see the description below to contact us. If you're just joining us now, I'll go over the watch's detailed measurements and features, and then I'll offer my personal opinion at the end. In our last video, I reviewed the Grand Seiko SBGJ259, which is a mist-themed Evolution 9 GMT piece. This one is a lightweight and under-the-radar GMT that you would not be scared to wear traveling the world with. And I highly recommend checking this one out if you are in need of a trusty travel companion with a fascinating dial. Wrist check time. Today I'm wearing my Grand Seiko SBGJ259 Snowflake, which is the quintessential white dial piece from Grand Seiko. If you are confused, then don't even think about it, just pick up a Snowflake, because it's always a good choice. Now tell me which watch you're wearing while you're watching the video, and make sure to tell me why. Now let's get on to the features. The Grand Seiko SBGJ259 has a 39.7mm case width, a 14.2mm thickness, a 46.2mm lug to lug, an 18.8mm lug width, a 33.4mm crystal diameter, and weighs in at 159.28 grams. The case is the 44GS case in stainless steel, which evokes the original 44GS Grand Seiko, which was released in 1967, but is now more refined. It has broad areas of Zaratsu polish on the lugs, with a small area of matte finish at the inner edge of the lugs. A small facet of matte finish is found at the tip of the sides of the case, and more Zaratsu beneath. The screw-down crown can be found at the 3 position, and has the GS logo signed at the tip. The bezel is completely Zaratsu polished at the top, and the sapphire crystal sits slightly above it to help protect the steel from scratches. The dial is a vivid, almost holographic looking multi-shaded green. It's called Urban Bamboo and represents a verdant bamboo garden path. You may remember a similar dial in red on the SBGJ259 Autumn from before. The markers are sharp and high polished rectangles with a dual marker at the 12 position. The chapter ring has an even number grade and triangles for the odd numbers in white for the GMT function, with white minute ticks below it. The GS logo is applied in silver tone with Grand Seiko beneath it in white. The hour and minute hands are Dolphin style and are in silver tone, with a silver toned second hand as well. The GMT hand is in neon green with an arrow at the tip. The date window can be found at the 3 position and has a silver frame with a white background and black numerals. Automatic, high beat 36,000 can be found in white at the bottom middle portion and GMT beneath it in lime green. No lume can be found on this piece, and that would probably have ruined the beauty of these markers if they did decide to lume it anyway. The case back is open and shows off the 9S86 caliber. You will be happy to know that nothing is obstructing your view of this movement in this piece. The movement is the in-house high-beat 9S86 caliber, which functions at 36,000 beats per hour, has a 55-hour power reserve, and is accurate from losing 3 to gaining 5 seconds per day. It uses a special Sprawn alloy for the mainspring and hairspring to allow it to achieve a 55-hour power reserve while beating at the high beat of 36,000 beats per hour. The bracelet is the standard 5-link design. It has matte large links with Zaratsu polished smaller links, and a folding clasp with the GS logo can be found at the end with no micro adjust. The Grand Seiko SBGJ259 Urban Bamboo is a US exclusive edition, is 100-meter water resistant, and can be yours for $6,800. Now for my personal opinion. So I've seen so many 44GS cases this year, so many that I'm actually growing to love it. And believe me, this was my least favorite GS case, since in my opinion, so many better options exist, like the Evolution 9 or the 62 GS. This piece needs the 44 GS case though, because it is equally as flashy as this holographic looking dial that is totally eye-catching and attention-grabbing. You will not go under the radar with this piece on your wrist, and you are bound to strike up a conversation as soon as a watch enthusiast takes notice. What I like most about this piece is that it actually looks like a bamboo garden, and the color has to be extremely close to reality. The GMT hand may be a bit polarizing. I feel like the shade of green that they use just seems like more green and doesn't have the level of contrast that I would like to see. Perhaps going with a gold GS logo and a gold accent GMT hand and GMT font would have been the way to go here. But I do understand that they wanted this to resemble a bamboo garden as closely as possible. The 44 GS case sits great on my 6.5-inch wrist, and although some of you may think that 14.2 millimeters is too thick, I do not. And I don't think that this wears thick, especially since cuffs can always be tailored for a very small cost as compared to this watch's actual price. The dial is truly mesmerizing, and I will recommend this one to anyone who is looking for a striking and vibrant piece that is bound to catch attention. Thanks for watching today, everyone. I really hope that you enjoyed the video. And of course, if you did, please make sure to hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and share with all of your friends and your family members too. I look forward to seeing you next video.